In my fourth video I want to explore the many questions that occurred to me as my faith crumbled under the increasing weight of reality. The previous three videos helped to explain how I got to this point, and I would certainly encourage you to view them, if you haven't already. For those following along, thank you for continuing to listen. For any of you who wish to try and save my faith or my soul, if you wish to attempt to answer these questions, please feel free to do so. I would certainly enjoy hearing what you have to say. Just don't think for once I haven't already heard your answers, or even that I haven't already attempted the answers myself. Also realize that these are but a sample of the many questions I have, and this is by no means a complete list. If you do manage to come up with something new, I will certainly give it due consideration. I may even respond. Please keep it simple and courteous. I will doubt your sincerity if you cannot show yourself to be Christ-like. In any case, as I ended my previous video, my first question was, where is God? This was asked due to the rampant disagreement concerning Israel, his world, and the blatant lying and willful ignorance not only to fact, but to science and scientific theory. If God existed, why can't we simply ask him Israel, rather than relying upon those who interpret the Bible? We can pray certainly, but we can't record his answers for others to hear, and even in prayer, why do we still have such disagreement over who he is, and what he wants? How can anyone say they know better than any other, when they can't show the answer they were given? The more I read the Bible, the more I study the Bible, the more I learn that it can be used to justify anything. How can such exist when it claims absolute truth? Why can't God simply appear to us all and straighten everything out? I look at our government. When I thought I was religious, I understood that separation of church and state meant no one could persecute me for my beliefs. But if God was true, why isn't this a theocracy? If another religion is the deceit of Satan, why would we even allow it? As a practice, Christians are taught to bring others to the light, to save their souls. Why would a Christian nation, founded on Christian values, allow such deceit? For that matter, why can't we teach Christianity in school? If it's the truth, why isn't it good enough to be taught along with science? Why was school lead prayer banned? I learn about the issues with capital punishment, and I find that Christians, who are commanded that murder is evil, tend to support capital punishment the greatest. Why is that? Why would Christians condemn a sinner to hell without trying to convert them and save their souls? In fact, why would a Christian desire anything but to rehabilitate the criminal so that they can rejoin society as a productive member? As I read comments here and throughout the net, Christians are regularly quick to condemn a person to hell, and often gloat that they'll happily watch on from heaven. I can't express how that disgusts me. I look at the character of God as presented in the Bible. If God is so all-powerful, why can't he just forgive us? Why does he have to sacrifice his own son to save us? And if Christ was God, what's the sacrifice? Pain and torture? For an omnipotent eternal being, a day of even the most horrific pain imaginable is a sliver at most. As I learn about morality, where is the morality in punishing an innocent man for the crimes of the guilty? Where is the morality in eternal torture? Where is the morality in using a flood to commit genocide of the world? The morality of killing every firstborn Egyptian? Ordering the Jews to commit genocide against their enemies? To take slaves of their women and kill their children? Where is the morality in slavery? In stoning disobedient children? And if these things are moral, why did Jesus change that? Did Jesus in fact change any of that? Why don't we still practice some of these things today? Why don't we practice all of these things today? Why would God ever say they were moral or good, if in fact we know they are not? Where is the justice in forcing a woman to marry their rapist? None of these things fit the idea of an all-loving, ultimately good God. And finally, if heaven is such a great place, why do we proclaim doctors and firefighters heroes when they save lives? The pilot who landed the plane in the bay and saved so many lives, why is he a hero? They could have all died and gone to heaven, but he denied them that? None of this makes sense as a basis for reality. But once I realized that these are based upon Bronze Age stories and have no actual bearing on reality, I could look at the Bible critically without any loyalty or need to defend it. Now I can see that the Bible is full of errors. Reality does not need a God to be explained. In fact, it makes much more sense without a God.